welcome to Short Conversation. I'm your host, Too Short, and I got some very special people here with me today that's going to introduce themselves, let y'all know what they got going on, and hopefully be inspirational and inspiring. Because we do what we do with passion. T-Mac,
Well, good evening, everybody that's tuning in to it. Good morning, evening, afternoon, morning. I'm the founder of Message to the Street, you know what I'm saying? Mr. McClure Media, the T-Mac Federal, the podcast on the YouTube, a new channel I just implemented. And I just would like to briefly, just introduce the Message to the Street and what we've been doing. 20 months after being home, you know what I'm saying? After 24 years sentence in the feds, after 20 months, we came out with the Message to the Street plan, program, and got straight out putting it down, you know what I'm saying? Trying to, see how the plan rolls out into reality. That work, that commitment, that preparation, that being in the penitentiary, getting my program together, that has led me already to receive funding for my program. The funding for my program, the operating capital, has now allowed me to, you know what I'm saying, attack a budget, you know what I'm saying, recruit the resources, you know what I'm saying, now really, opportunity to really start now to put the gas in the engine of my Message to the Street program, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely good news for myself, for supporters, for guys that's incarcerated or formerly incarcerated, the strength of having a plan, the strength of preparing for moments like guys that might, you know what I'm saying, still be doing a bit, of course, you know what I'm saying, the strength and the power of being prepared when you get out so that then when the resources is there, you ready for the resources, you know. So that's one of the announcements I want to announce for the men incarcerated, formerly incarcerated, families that support men incarcerated, man, because a lot of time I think the men incarcerated get a bad rap. You know what I'm saying? Because the guys that's doing a good thing, that don't go viral. You know what I'm saying? That's not lavish. You know what I'm saying? The guys that's back in the communities, you know what I'm saying, talking to the youth, being effective, trying to go back into the communities that they once caused, you know what I'm saying, destruction in, and now trying to be a part of bringing it back. You know, so Message to the Street, my mission statement is simply going back to the communities that where I was from, where I once caused trouble and created chaos, and bring peace and bring something productive to those same communities. You know what I'm saying? So with my program in the last 20 months, I've been implementing, getting out in the parks, going into events, pop-up shops, introducing my book, Message to the Street, that I wrote while incarcerated. And the support, the outpouring support, you know what I'm saying, is amazing and is inspiring and motivational, you know what I'm saying? Because the people are ready to support people that have shown with their action that they are reconciling for their bad action and their bad thinking with action. You showing I'm not the same man that was incarcerated 24 years into the present. You know what I'm saying? If you got some proof, some concrete evidence that you are a changed man, people are actually, you know what I'm saying, noticing in that and coming forward, willing to support, fund, you know what I'm saying, make their resources available for a plan that they see you have taken your time to put together. So I just wanted to announce that, and in addition to announcing that, in my efforts to support my movement, I also want to, you know what I'm saying, co-introduce the second guest sitting here with us on Short Conversation, and she's, to me, an example. She exemplifies an example of the type of youth, not all youth we coming after, but the type of youth that exists inside the communities that respond to the older brothers that make a change. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't give the youth enough credit for we think we got it all going on. And we don't want to give the younger people that we owe that apology to for being not who we supposed to have been in the community. So when we see the youth that are, you know what I'm saying, worthy of our time, all of them I believe are, but the ones that are exemplifying the leadership qualities in a capacity that we should have been exemplifying, these are the ones. She is an example to me of the prototype of the youth that's potentially out there in our communities that will respond if we do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I'm going to segue, introduce Ms. Nene and let her introduce herself and some of the things that she's been doing in the community. And I'm sure after you hear it, you, like me, will agree that these are the type of youth that we need to be getting behind full throttle, you know what I'm saying, with resources, with funding, with just hands on deck. So without any further ado, Miss Nene, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lanisha, also known as Nene. I'm a 22-year-old serial entrepreneur. I've been braiding hair, will be 5 years this year. I have gave back to the community in many ways. always of service. I recently started Operation Comeback, which is me giving back to the homeless. Went out with a friend. We came up with some stuff off at a hair appointment. Came off with a layout from ChatGPT, and we just executed. So it's all about the execution. Also, I plan on doing it for Valentine's Day. Just plan on staying of service and letting God use me.
Say that.
So could you walk us through how y'all support and supply the homeless?
How we support and supply and
The homeless.
give me more context. In what form?
Like
how do we line
what's your
things up?
day-to-day operation with them? What y'all feed them? Y'all give them clothes?
So what we did was we got kits. We gave them like affirmations. We gave them water, mask, hand sanitizing wipes, and we also we made sandwiches. We had juices, and we went to Aldi's. I grocery shop at Aldi's only, just because it doesn't have the preservatives in there, and it's kind of more healthier for them. So it's less. Aldi's has less competition than your average store like Jewel, Osco. All of the brands in there are competing. So Aldi's has healthier food for them, keep them have a clear brain, and just like all overall, just making sure that they're not eating with how they're feeling, because your food dictates your mood. So overall, we went down there. We went downtown. We couldn't find anything downtown. So we went back to our neighborhoods and just tried to, give it to our people because they needed the most. So when we went down there, we were able to find a boatload of people. It was kind of hard at first, but when you actually go looking, you find things. So we ended up finding some people. We went, gave them a few things, and then kept in contact with a few of them. Tried to help them with apartments, and yes, we used AI for this. It's very you can utilize it in many different ways. We used AI, and then we kept in contact with some people, kept in contact with them, and went back and gave them some information that they could use.
One more question. Being 22, where did the idea come from that you want to help homeless people instead of doing like most teens? Want to sit up here, maybe go to a party, maybe do other things like that?
Well, I'm very adventurous, and I live by myself, do a lot of things by myself. So my clients are more the people that I talk to about certain things, and I'm the type of person that listens to motivational things. It really all came about when my client asked me, did I know my purpose? And I told her I did know my purpose. And I told her it was to be of service. So with that, she went on ChatGPT and tried to figure out how could she find her purpose. So with that, I actually met her doing the homeless with another friend. So, and I was probably like a sophomore in high school. So it was a full circle moment. We went into ChatGPT, asked for a 4-week layout. How could we execute this? And we used the affirmations that they gave us. We asked questions like, how was your childhood? Because a lot of people don't know, you're young. We're adults living our childhood. A lot of people don't face how do I say it? They don't face what they went through as a kid, and it dictates what they go through as an adult. So we were asking questions like that. We just got real deep and made them utilize things that they wouldn't usually think about.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the conversations that I like to be indulged in.
Okay.
She's 22 years old, and it's inspiring to me that she got passion for something like that. That she have determination to help others and think about others in this world that we living in right now, where it's like people don't care about things like that. T-Mac, you got something you want?
Man, hey, I can give accolades after accolades. I gotta say, message to the street. She to me, and it's great. This is my kinfolk. So for me, that's almost like it give you chill bumps, because when I think of rescuing the youth, And like we have family come. I've only been home 20 months, so in the few family events we done had, every time she opened her mouth, like you just said, it's introspective. You know what I'm saying? And deep and conscious. The things she say, I'm like, wow, it just give me more confirmation that we got a job to go out there and help in any way we can, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm doing this right now. Our relationship, you and I, short, and with the studio and access to some of the resources, it ain't all about me. It's about going to find resources that the youth can use.
Correct.
You see what I'm talking about? And that's why I'ma always be available to even shake their hand, get on the trip, go push the envelope further as I can, because the resources I discover, like, and they are to be laid down, they like railroad tracks for the youth that I got access to. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when I get an example, I want to put on every platform and praise her so the other youth can see it and be like, man, Big Brother and them supporting us. They looking for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We want that message to go out in the street.
That
you
is
got
the
talent and you want to be the next generation of leaders. Your Big Brother and them here to help you. We gonna put the mics behind you. Gonna put the money behind you. We gonna back you like Big Brother's supposed to back you. Despite the mistakes we made of the past, this is what we doing now for the youth. You know what I'm saying? And this is why these type of platforms and these type of youth are important to be placed in front of these mics, recorded with these cameras, you know what I'm saying, and broadcasted through these microphones. You know what I'm saying? This is how you use social media. You know, all that mess, we got to go into them spaces with the same intensity that falsehood going into them spaces. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We got to go into these spaces, man. And I salute the short conversation. I salute you, Short. I salute Nene. I salute all the brothers, you know what I'm saying, that's involved with facilitating these type of sittings, these sit downs and these recordings, because this is how we save our people, man. One conversation, one short conversation at a time, man. This is what we do, man. So I'm just, like I say, this is just one of many episodes. You can bet your money, bet everything on that. You know, we ain't got to rush. We can take our time and roll it out real smooth. You know what I'm saying? It's just an introduction. But this is how we come in. Short conversations, you know? It's what we do.
How can people contact you, Nina? Or support you?
My Facebook is Lanisha Monet. That's LYNNESHAMONEE. My hair Instagram business page is Style by Nee, STYLED.NE.
Okay.
You know, I'm
Drop the mic, man. That's what we do, baby.
I mean, I'm over here. I'm lost for words.
Yeah, what I'm
you know,
talking about.
I'm a fan of hers already.
Tap in,
You know?
tap in. You see, go check the IG. Watch her word. You know what I'm saying? Watch her walk, match her talk. Go ahead.
Tell the audience what was some of the pitfalls and some of the walls that you ran into, and that you broke those walls to keep persevering through certain programs that you have so much passion for. What was so if somebody ran into those walls, they didn't know how to navigate through those walls. So kind of tell the troubles that you went through, because nothing comes successful until without trouble or running through.
Exactly.
So I started doing hair in the pandemic. About 2 months before the pandemic started, I was a senior in high school. Ended up not going to prom. Everything was canceled because of the pandemic. I ended up still going to college. So I had a trunk party. My trunk party was supposed to be like my prom. So I ended up getting like a refrigerator, MacBook, all this good stuff. Went to college. During COVID, we couldn't really do anything on campus. And I was doing hair on campus. Doing hair, but I was coming back home on the weekend to get clients too. So I'm going back and forth. So I ended up leaving college and going, for Thanksgiving, if you left, you couldn't come back. So I ended up packing up everything, going home, and I kind of just did it without telling my parents. I'm like, this is what's going to work for me. So I ended up going home, and I went into a shop that next weekend. So this is my first time ever being in a shop. I was working from home the whole time. So I ended up going to the shop there 3 years, ended up getting a great mentor, Precious Designs, located in Berwyn now. But she was my mentor for 3 years. I'm now in a salon suite, been there for a year. So it's like I went from going to being in a shop environment to growing to being in my own space. Now I basically have my own salon suite. So nothing came easy, but you have to listen to somebody who have been through what you've been through. That's why I mentioned the mentor that I had, because she taught me how to do everything. Like from business, ordinance, she taught me how to do at my LLC, everything. So you need somebody older than you, like, and we pivoted off of each other. I helped her with how the young kids did hair and stuff like that, and she taught me the business aspect of things. So it's like we used each other, and that's what me and my cousin are doing right now, using each other.
Say that.
The young meet the old. You know what I'm saying? So nothing comes easy. You just have to stay down. I've been living in my own apartment for 2 years, on salon suite, all off manifestation. You could do it. You just have to believe in yourself. And it's a mindset. Your mind is a magnet.
That's what I'm talking about. Say that.
Just to elaborate a little more, well, we need each other, because us older people need y'all.
Yeah.
That.
You know what I'm
Ain't no
saying?
question.
I had to grab my granddaughter the other day and like, hey, how could I post on my feed? She looked at me and started laughing. I'm like, why you looking like that? She's like, how you don't know how to post on your feed? I was like, I'm not good with technology right now. You know?
Say that.
But here you go. She did it up there in 2 seconds. I'm like, okay, I learned something from you. We learn from anybody, no matter. I got a 6 month, no, she 8 months now, 8 months granddaughter, and I learned stuff from her. You never too old to learn something.
That's right.
Yep.
Ain't no question.
If you had a wish and it could come true right now, what would you want to see for your organization? What type of help, are you looking for? If it's one thing that, you would want, for you and your organization. And kind of name some people that's helping you out, like your partner or something like that.
My partner, Jeremiah Farron, she that's who I'm doing the operation with. But if it was something that I would change or something I would like to see for the organization, is for it to be more looked at by the mayor of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So like it can be stopped, but it's just all about, do they want it to stop? Could they, benefit from it stopping? Well, like what, it's all about what they see in it. Because at the end of the day, we are the people are really the majority, but a lot of people don't look at themselves as majority. They look at themselves as minority. So it'll keep happening if we look at ourselves as the little dogs. We really the big dogs. The people are the big dogs. So it's like it's all about what the people think can happen and what the people, So if we don't believe it, it'll never happen, because people always look at them as being the leaders, being superior and stuff like that. So it's all about how we see ourselves is how they gonna see us.
That's right. Say that. I got one question. Immediately when I was introduced to the homeless program, I'm like, she talking, I'm looking at the phone like, man, I know she ain't on this. What is she on? What? So when she started showing me the videos, how they was bagging, I like to look at the details, you know what I'm saying? How they got them in everything neat. They reels, they going to feed the homeless, but they making sure everything sanitized. They done went to Walmart and bought bags, pretty little bags, and pretty little wrappers, and pretty little this, and got it all. They got the girls do stuff. They got them in these little gift bags and stuff. I'm like, man, stop playing. So I'm caught up. I only been 20 months out, so a lot of things I see, I might have to double back. I see it. I wish I could have been a part of it, but I missed it. And she ain't talking. She ain't asking me for no help. Ain't asking for nobody. They done went in their own pockets, man, and bought food and all type of stuff that the homeless. So I'm peeping this like, come on, stop playing. I'm just frustrated that I ain't in a stronger position where I can immediately swoop in and do more. So the question I want to make sure that get put out into the people that's viewing this message is, man, I know if you heard her story like I heard her story, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure if she had some type of donation, a GoFundMe, a budget to do it again on a larger scale, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure like me, if I knew what the budget was and I had an email to donate, I would do a cash app to drop. Man, you hearing this, man, that's just something our people, you see when the immigrants came, they walked right over our people, gave them homes, gave them checks, gave them everything that our people that was already on the street, you see what I'm saying, yearning for, in need of, you know what I'm saying? So Okay, the government failed. Here go a little sister pulling up and they going in their little bank account. You know what I'm saying? One person helped one person help. You can't discount the one person that helped. At the end of the day, people think they can't make a change because they trying to eat the whole elephant full. But that ain't how an elephant get eaten. You know what I'm saying? Like she doing, one bite at a time. So if she helping one bite at a time, what if you who listening can download her cash app and be like, okay, sis, here go $50 for 5 more people. Do that same thing that I saw you do. Here go $50 more to do 5 more bags. Here go $1,000 more to do 60 more bags. You know what I'm talking about? I would definitely like her to make that cash app or whatever information available, because whenever y'all planning to do y'all next run, I know if I ain't out there passing bags out, I'm gonna be a part of it. If I can't be out there passing bags, I'm definitely donating to that, because it touched my heart, you know what I'm saying, touched my heart with double joy, you know what I'm saying, to see my kinfolks doing it, but also to see just the act being perpetuated, whether it was her, anybody, you know what I'm saying, somebody in this cold-hearted world that's getting even colder and more cold-hearted, you still got the youth with the heart, no matter what all this madness is being perpetuated and that's dominating the airways, you still, like God, that light is still there. That light of good, that light of goodness in our people, in our youth. You see what I'm saying? So when we see that, you got all the gloom and doom speakers, you know what I'm saying? But when you find examples of people, despite the gloom and the doom, still doing the right thing, you got to get behind that and support that, man. You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. You ain't got to come up with no mastermind plan. Just find somebody that's doing it and get behind them. What we trying to talk all day about for? What we debating about? Find somebody that's doing it and just help them. Point blank, period. So that's what I'm going to do, and I hope anybody listening, everybody that's listening, man, tap in, man. She gave you all the information, man. Ask her the next time she doing her next round. She might be wanting to do it now, just ain't got the budget. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's a good thing when you find anybody do it. It ain't just got to be my cousin. It can be any human being that's doing good. We spend money on food and drink and shoes and you name it. You know what I'm saying? It don't take too much to donate to somebody that's already got their boots laced up. Just hit their hand. You see what I'm talking about? And with that, man, I just encourage you to keep going. And, man, I encourage the guys that's listening, man. You know what I'm saying? Find somebody. They out there, them you. If you let yourself be known that you for them, they like say when a student is ready, the teacher appears. It ain't that he came out of thin air. It was already there. You just weren't ready to do it. When you ready to do it, you gonna find all type of ways to get it done. But if you ain't ready, all the help can be in your hand. But you ain't ready, you ain't doing it. You ain't ready, you ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? When a student ready, the teacher will appear. You ready to do your part as being an older brother, older sister, the youth, you gonna start seeing the youth that's out there doing the work. You gonna notice them. They out there now. You ain't noticing them because you don't want to notice them. That's to the old cats. And to the youngsters, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no excuse for you not doing right, because we see you doing right. You got brothers that'll back you right. You know what I'm saying? So it's a both fold. It's a message to the youth that might be on the fence, and it might a message to the older brothers that might be on the fence. Let's get our stuff together, man. Let's get our stuff together. Instead of complaining about it, man, let's stand up and do something. Because your failure to act forfeit your right to speak. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing nothing, stop saying something, man. Point blank, period, man. We short conversation today, man. Too short. Need T-Mac. We ain't gonna stop, y'all. We ain't gonna stop. Let's do it.
You know, we got a lot of relationships throughout the Chicago and beyond, and this, like I said again, this inspiring to me. So I'm asking all my people out there that deal with me, you know, let's back her.
Say that.
Let's put together what we can put together, and I'm talking to the street dudes.
Say that. Say that. That's what I'm talking about. Street dude. We know what we talking about.
We ain't got to wait on no mayor. We ain't got to wait on no alderman. We ain't got to wait on none of them people.
Say that, Shaw.
We want y'all, and we welcome y'all.
Yeah.
But we ain't got to wait on them.
Say that.
People got to take care of the people.
Say that.
That's what I'm pushing.
That's what's up, bro. I love that.
You got any last words you want to say?
Thank you for having me. This is my second podcast, but this is the first intentional one.
That's what I'm
so I really appreciate you guys for having me. Make sure you follow me on my socials and stay tuned because I'm coming.
I say that. That's what I'm talking about.
T-Mac?
Hey, man.
You got
It's
any
an
last
honor.
words?
Yes, sir. It's an honor and pleasure, man. You know, we just turning it up, man. Short conversation. This is home. All I gotta do is know. I know the address. Now it's home. So we gonna try to. We tapping in. Message to the street. Your boy T-Mac. Short conversation.
I'm looking for the first week of February, right before Valentine's Day. I'm gonna keep you guys tuned on that one though.
Okay. Well, that brings the end of another episode of Short Conversations. We out in these streets. We bringing you inspiration, inspiring messages, and youth that's out here doing positive work. And we should back them 100%, 1,000, as T-Mac would say.
I say that.
Peace. See y'all next time.
Peace.